Hey, hi folks. Welcome to my channel, The Sarthak Show, where we discuss about tech, career, product, and life. And we are back with the part 2 of the podcast with Vanu. If you have not yet watched part 1, I will put here link here somewhere. You can check that out first. And in this part 2, we will specifically deep dive into her journey further, what she is doing up to right now, what you can do and take steps to become a good product manager right now, and what are her learnings in this 5 years, 6 years of sprint, and what are the things that have changed in the industry standard right now. So stay tuned till the end of this video to know more about her journey and everything. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon near that so that you get a notification every time I put a new video. And without further ado, let's start with the video. But I think it would be too soon to ask, but at least for whatever time you have been in the company or system, is there any special transitions that you feel that have been the phenomenal difference from working at MNC or a structured organization to a startup? What are the things that you have felt maybe liked about it or maybe disliked about it from either of the organizations? What are the stark differences over there?
I think, very good question, Sarthak. I think the major difference will be, obviously, there is a difference because the organization where I work, it's a very big firm. It is very structured. The structure is to some other level. And the organization where I've joined, it's a startup. And you have to make your mind really that you cannot. So when I was doing a transition, I made that mind very, very early in my journey only that, I want to work now in a startup where I really want to understand the company dynamics and how a product is getting built, because that kind of exposure you can only get in a startup where the firm is not so big and you genuinely have a chance to interact with different product teams, or even not only product teams, the other teams which are there to make a product success, which is like marketing, design, or even your legal teams or the other several teams which are involved. So that kind of exposure you'll get in the startup world. You have a lot more ownership. You have a lot more flexibility, I will also call as. So that's a different world. Structured organization they function differently because they've grown humongous in size. So you have different dedicated teams for every single thing. That mixing doesn't happen so easily in the structured organization. So yes, there are key stark differences, but a person who is trying to make any changes or maybe trying to switch a career or a switch, there's entire transition happen. I think making your mind prior to doing that transition will be really helpful, because you won't get a shocker later on that, oh my God, what happened.
Right.
So exactly. I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah, I think makes sense that you have to have that clarity at your place, that because it's going to be changes from starting of the day to anything of how you work, how you interact with the teams, what kind of work can be expected. There is a lot of differences, so you have to make your mind and prepare for that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's been the case, and great to know all this story. But towards the more end of it, I wanted to end it on a happy note. So I have prepared a good quick number of questions on the rapid fire. So wanted to ask that if you're ready.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, starting from more the technical side of it. So what kind of a OS person you are? Is it like a Mac OS, Windows?
I think it's iOS only. That's the one thing I relate to. So I don't think any other. And yes, Windows as well. Windows has always been there, so it can never go out of the picture. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And how do you think, like, is there any favorite QA software for you that has been really helpful for you?
I think Postman is one software which I have spent a lot of time. Right. And along with that, I think databases are one of the favorites of QAs. You really spend a lot of time with your databases also. So yeah, I think MySQL and Postman are the two.
Right. I think that sounds relatable to me as well. Right. uh, Coming back to your work preferences, like what do you prefer most, work from home or work from office?
Oh yeah, good question. I think couple of years back it was work from home. I
Mm-hmm.
was always a work from home person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think COVID has changed that perspective altogether. I really want to visit offices again
Right.
and get that feel of having people around me while working and
Mhm.
interacting with them in real, not only on Zoom calls. So
Right.
yes, I think the preference has changed.
So true. And I think for a product manager, it makes more sense to be in office and interact with all the different teams and stakeholders right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I completely align because working from remotely at times it takes a toll on you. That
Mhm.
you are always in calls, like for a slightest thing also which you need from
Mhm.
anyone, or maybe there's slight changes you are looking for, and you have to get on a call, and then it's like it's such a big challenge to go through
Right. I think
that.
it's so relatable to me. Right now, I'm on office. I can directly go to my desk and ask them why it is not working on my device or why is this feature developed in this way. But for that, I have to schedule a 10-minute, 15-minute call, and it's so painful task over at least from working from home. But at least
Yeah.
for some days, I can think I can. It's good to have work from home as well. So a hybrid would be a good option for me.
Yeah. I am so sure. I think the hybrid is the new future. I think
Right.
people have to adjust to that.
Definitely. And I extended this question. What is your location preference? Is it India or abroad?
Oh, yeah. I think I have worked outside, and yes, I would any day love to work outside. So I think it's abroad. And India is, yes, I have worked. I think I've worked in almost all the cities, major tier metro cities in India. So I
Right.
think I would definitely want to explore more on the countries outside India. So yeah.
Right. Definitely. Any special country or city that you would definitely wish to work at in abroad?
I think it'll be California. I definitely want to work there. And I think
At the heart
California
of
and
Silicon
London
Valley.
both. Yes. I think it's California and London both, because both offer very different things. California,
Right.
where it's the heart of Silicon Valley, as you said, and
Mhm.
London offers a very rich work-life balance, culture, and how the city is always
Right.
hustling.
Mhm.
So yes, I think these are the two cities, and I definitely want to go back to London because I have got the taste of working there.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I do want to go there.
Okay. In that case, I am like fingers crossed for you. Like you get the opportunity very soon.
Thank you so much. Even like for me also, it's a fingers crossed. I would love to hear something very soon. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so one other question around the company, since you have worked at both startup and MNC, uh, what kind of flavor that you like? As in the state, is it like startup culture or is it like MNC culture?
So I feel it's too soon for me to answer because I've recently started working.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even when I was working in the MNC, I always chose people over firm.
Right.
So it's the size of the organization that doesn't matter. It's the people with whom you work with.
Makes
They
sense.
actually impact you. So the team, I think, even I feel that you should always choose the team with whom you're going to work with,
Mm-hmm.
because these are those people with whom you'll be spending like 9-10 hours of your day
Right.
almost every day. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a good amazing team to work on, I think you can do wonders. So
Right.
yes, I think even in a startup or in an MNC, if you get to work with brilliant minds and you have a kick-ass team, I think that will be the best thing.
Yeah, I think makes sense because at the end of the day, size doesn't matter. If the things there are people who are with you, they're helping, they are understanding, and you have a different bonding with them. So yeah, makes sense.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, moving on towards the more personal side of the question. So, what kind of a person you are? Are you a beach person or a mountains person?
Oh, so I'm a complete beach person. I love that weather, which is little humid,
Mm-hmm.
sand, sun. I think mountains make me like very quiet, and I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
very quiet person. So I
Okay.
think it's definitely beaches.
Yeah. Any
So, yeah.
special or favorite beach for you?
So I think Goa is my favorite destination in India. And I've heard a lot of, there are a lot of good beaches in Kerala also, which I definitely want to visit sometime soon. They're more peaceful and more cleaner. So that's one thing. And Sri Lanka is more on my list. So I think I think we can find a lot of good beaches there as well.
Definitely. I hope that you get to travel a lot of these places, and someday me too.
Yeah. I think COVID is settling down, and I think the tourism will again pick up. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Definitely. So what kind of a person you are in terms of food? If you like more fine dine things or a street food?
Oh, so it's a very I am a big time foodie personally. So I think I'm open to both. But I think post COVID, a lot of things have changed where our parents will definitely not allow us to eat a lot of from streets. But yes, I am a diehard foodie. I love street food coming from Delhi and Bombay.
Exactly. I was coming to that. Like
very
the typical
rich.
Deloitte.
Yeah, like you just cannot miss the street food of Delhi, Bombay.
Right.
So I think I am a both kind of a thing. I definitely love fine dine, but yes, street food at times I can't say no.
Yeah. Eating as a fine dine is occasional thing, but whenever I have to pick, I would pick a street food any day. Like, like if, at least I don't know, but Delhi has engraved this into my blood or some way. Like I love street food.
Yeah, any day. Like Delhi street food is famous in India.
Right.
Like if you're coming to Delhi, you have to try that.
Exactly. So true. So true. And towards the last question of it, what pet do you like the most? Cat, dog?
Oh, so I am not a pet person. I am very scared of dogs and I think even cats. I am hoping to have a dog once in my life. Like I'm still preparing myself, but I don't know when that will happen.
Someday. Yeah, someday.
Yeah, someday.
Definitely. I think we are at the end of the question list, and I really enjoyed this conversation. I really loved it. Got to know a lot about things, how things happen on the other side of it, how you can make these transitions. And I hope this will be very, very helpful for the audience. If you want to add anything to this list of tips for the audience listening in, feel free to do that.
Yeah, like I think my last few words will be, I think since we spoke about product management and the whole transition part, I think my only advice would be that, just focus on your skills and don't give up, because it will be very easy to give up in this transition because things will not come very easily. You will have a lot of rejections. But I just feel that don't give up because of those rejections. It'll take time, yes, because it's not an easy road, but just be on that, focus on that, keep working, and it'll happen eventually. And don't take rejection so deeply. Take them as a feedback and move on. I think that you will do amazing. That's what that was said to me by someone, and it has really helped. So I would try to pass on that only, that please don't focus so much on their rejection because they will happen. They are inevitable. So just focus on moving ahead and it'll happen. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think a very amazing, phenomenal life tip over here. Like rejections will come, but you have to stay strong, keep on your hustling part of it, and move on. Like the next best opportunity is waiting your other place, right? You have to knock on the right door. You have to keep working. It will come. Like your stars will shine. So yeah, I think best
definitely. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Tanu, for tuning in for this podcast, coming on this platform and sharing your life journey. I hope this will be very, very helpful for the audience. And audience, who are listening right now, if you want to reach out to her, I will put her LinkedIn link in the description box below. You can check that out. And if you have any doubts or things, you can mention the comments below. And thanks again, once again. And yeah.
Thank you, Sarthak. It was fun talking to you today. And I hope it helps to a lot of people. And yes, everyone is most welcome. You can definitely reach out to me and I'm happy to help. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And folks, I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. See you. Bye-bye.